Hello and welcome to another episode of Farming Simulator 25. Right, I did just cut across that hedge there. As you can see, guys, we have 3. I actually think there's more than 3. Yeah, I do believe there is. There should be another pallet in there. But yeah, look at this. We're going to start nice and early today. We have a ploughing contract. We are going to do said ploughing contract. Well, we're not. There is a Ford somewhere going to go and do this ploughing contract, and we're going to get this. Sorted really, really quickly. We'll get him to the road. He'll basically just drive off and do it himself. We're going to kind of take care of the farm today. Now, guys, if you are wondering from the last episode, I am very late today, by the way, recording, so I have had a few comments. If you are wondering about the tanker and the fact we have no money, at the end of the episode yesterday where we were talking about maybe possibly selling the wool, I did sell the wool. The wool's gone. We bought the tanker. We had to. We couldn't miss out on it, to be quite honest. It was such a cracking job and a cracking price. We just couldn't miss out on it, really. I'm just gonna have a quick jump over to here. We've already look on a pole. We already have nearly 3,000 litres of wool once again. There's the Ford going nice. And here is our tanker. If you're wondering, I did also fill the tanker up. Now, the reason why I filled the tanker up is because I wanted to basically get more slurry. We've been wasting slurry now for a little while because we just... Long story short, it was full. So we have wasted quite a bit of slurry, and we are already at 95,000 litres of slurry already. Now, I'm looking for the Massey Ferguson. I did leave it over here. I am just going to leave that tractor running for a quick second. I just want to spawn the last remaining pallet. These pallets are going to come quick and fast. Same word, but yeah, different. Yeah, they're going to come fast. But once our thing is processed, all our grain is processed, then that's kind of going to be the end of it. Yeah, we've definitely got at least another pallet. There's almost another one. There's canola oil to spawn as well. And we do need to also be checking when the best price for these items are. So we now have canola oil, which is the best price right now. So we need to get out. Technically next month is the best for flour, but that's not always the case, as we found on this series. Yeah, just because it says next month is the best one doesn't actually mean it is. I am struggling it. I could really do with a skid steer now, to be honest. I prefer little skid steers. They're so good. I am just going to put this into here for now. I do believe it will go into there. Yes, it will. That's what I'm trying to get my hands on right now. I'm trying to get my hands on that beautiful pallet of canola oil. And I'm not 100% sure if there is 1 or 2, hence me moving a couple of the flowers. I know there should definitely be 1 more flower. I already knew there was 1 more flower. I just weren't 100% sure how many canola oils there were. I wouldn't mind. I was literally in the menu then, and I could have looked, and all I saw is we did have... Right, it does look like it is only the 1. It's not the end of the world. We will hopefully be not taking it over far. I'd like to sell it straight away, to be honest. I'm not taking it to Castle Nord. I'm not really that bothered about that. And round the corner. So we will lose a little bit of money by taking it around the corner. But if we take it around the corner, we can get rid of it now. Everything's going around the corner at the moment, unless it has to go up that hill. Just because at the end of the day, we can get rid of it a lot quicker. Now, this is going to massively just throw in some money. And then we're going to get on with a little bit of slurry in today. That is going to be our job. I want to get some slurry on our grass field. It is winter. Winter will be coming with the snow, so I kind of want to just get on with a little bit of that. But, you know, we can do a little bit of this to start with. There's probably something down at the dairy as well for us, guys. Yeah, we need to get everything sold, really. I don't want to really be waiting for the best prices. Just because if we wait for the best prices, yeah, we could make a lot more money. But like some of this stuff, I feel like, you know, like flour, for example, you get like little weevils and stuff in it, and you know, if it goes off and things like that. And I feel like it should just be something we're selling straight away. 3,600. Wow, and 67, including the environmental score. That is insane for one pallet of canola. Now, like I was saying, this windmill will process all our grain really, really fast. It makes it a little bit OP. But remember, if it does it all in 1 month or it does it all in 12 months, it doesn't really matter. You've still only got the amount of grain and oils you put in it. So it really doesn't matter how quickly the productions deal with it, in my eyes. It really doesn't matter to me. I am going to leave this over here, and we're going to have a little look in the shop as well, guys, because I've not looked in the shop today. This is where there's an even better slurry tanker. Watch there be an even better slurry tanker in, just to annoy me. There is not. I tell you what there is, though. That's not bad. 8.1 meters, that would be quite handy. Sugar beet, which we could then harvest, 8 meters wide, and then that. Is that like canola? Yeah, as you can see here, it's literally about to pop out another flower right now. But we are going to get on with a little bit of this slurry tanking. We're just going to double check this is full. Yep, this is still full. There's still 485 litres there. Fabric is to be sold. See, that's... The maximum price is 9,000. Really? Really? That just seems a little bit... I just want to make sure, because I can't even find this. So the best price for fabric is £9,000. See, that's something I definitely want to keep, because it's not food related, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, this doesn't have to be perfect. I've got absolutely zero interest in actually putting fertilizer on the grass. But we will put slurry on the grass. At the end of the day, slurry is something, you know, farmer would put on his field. I'm just gonna come over this way. That used up quite a bit already, didn't it? Yeah. Now I'm just going to use these as a rough guide. I don't really like using the GPS system. It does make life a lot easier, but I'm not the biggest fan of using it, to be honest. It's just a personal thing, and I know it is like a realistic thing and things like that, but I'm kind of just using it as a guide so I don't kind of waste too much slurry on oversprays and undersprays and stuff. Even though I did just miss a load there, and probably missed a load there, but yeah, I don't want to be paying to put like a really good quality fertilizer on grass just to turn it into silage to feed the cows. So we use the cow poo that we get free from the cows to grow extra on the grass, just so we can I do believe that is actually making the grass the best we can get. It's adding 40 kilograms. I think this might actually be making... Yeah, so this might be all we ever need on here. Now, as per usual, I'm just going to go around. I'm just going to do a little bit of a headland, and then we'll get this into a bit of a time-lapse. And then we've got that new field down there at the end that is covered in lime. That also needs tanking as well with the slurry. Yeah, I'm running very late today on my recording, guys, so if I feel a little bit flustered, I've just got a lot going on. Now, I do just want to have a little chat just as I'm doing this headland and using up the rest of this tanker. I've been explaining that over the next so-and-so and so-and-so, we've got some building work going on, and I have the next stage of the builders arriving, and they will be arriving next week, guys. So, we have two options at the moment, and those options are... we can still make some videos next week. The videos could be interrupted. Now, when I say interrupted, I'm talking like, you know, banging, grinding, you know, mortar removals, you know what I mean, things like that. So I kind of just giving you a little bit of a heads up. If people who do watch the series, I know it's not as popular as it once was, but you know, I am trying to... I'm just struggling to find other maps to play, that's the problem. But yeah, they are planning on starting next week, and well, long story short, yeah, they're going to be making a lot of noise. I'm hoping they're only going to be in for a week at the most, but I'm more than happy to just still make videos, but I can't guarantee there won't be any background noise. If you guys are happy with the background noise, I'm more than happy to continue to make the videos while they're in. I'm trying my hardest not to like be gone again, but yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna see if it's maybe worth trying to get some videos done ahead of time. So the problem I'll have is like if I say, oh, answer me this, answer me that, and you guys are not really able to. I've done more than one headland now. But yeah, just to kind of give you an idea that this is going to be happening like from next week. Weather dependent, by the way, guys, because some of it is outside. Actually 90% of it is outside. So yeah, kind of just really leaving it with you guys. Like I said, I don't mind, you know, I don't mind making the videos if, you know, if you're happy to be listening to some banging and stuff in the back. But yeah, your decision, guys. Right, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to get this into a timer because I would like to get this field finished, and I would like to get some slurry on the other field as well. Even though I don't think I need to put fertilizer on the other field, I kind of just want to get rid of the lime texture because I'm not a fan of the white lime. thought that might be the best time to come out. I don't want to make it too long because I think we might end up having to go into another one just to finish this field off, and better to have 2 slightly smaller time lapses than 1 giant one. Right, I've got a question for everybody, and I'm hoping you guys can maybe help me out with this one. Is there a way... Oh no, I think I've answered my own question the minute I pressed. I was wondering if it was possible to have the lines like this where it only shows like 100 meters ahead when you've not got it activated, but I don't think that's possible, is it? That might just be a me issue. I think I'm looking for something there in the settings that isn't a thing. But as you can see, we have got the grass field completely finished. We've got this field well under control now. For the slurry, it's working well. We've used about 35,000 litres of slurry up to now. Don't get me wrong, the grass field wasn't perfect. I did have to go and cover the little bits that I missed because I weren't using GPS, and I've ended up using GPS on this field just to try and make sure we have enough slurry. But to be fair, we know we're going to have enough slurry. But this is kind of what I wanted to do in this episode. Actually, since I bought the tanker, I wanted to actually spend some time, because I don't think I've ever slurried on a video. I normally just go and buy like solid fertilizer and away we go kind of thing. But yeah, I've made a point of slurrying this time, just because at the end of the day, if we don't normally do it, now we have. And I think I've just missed an absolute load along that line because I wasn't using GPS. Hopefully it doesn't show up on the little HUD. Yeah, it's gonna fill in most of it. Yeah, it's not really gonna. Right, we are out. Oh, that's a shame. I was kind of hoping we were gonna get to the very end. Now, as you can see, we've got 2 headlands and we've got 2 little bits of the rows. When I come back with a full tank, though, we will do the bigger rows. I didn't want to start a big row really well, having like a couple of 100 litres left in the tank. This is our next purchase though, guys. We want to get this field or this field. I'm not really bothered which way round it is. I personally would like this field here, number 35. I'd like to turn that into a root crop field for our harvester to make it. Well, to be honest, our harvester struggles to make turns, and if we get a really nice long rectangle field like that, it would have a lot less turns to do if we did it with no headlands. But that's kind of what I'm thinking with that. Oh no, we've used about 40,000 litres. So yeah, that's kind of the idea. I want to get that field there, and I want to get the odd shaped field bought there, because we have the windmill now. We need to be growing as much canola as possible. Simple as that. We need to be growing as much canola. Now, if you are wondering, guys, obviously I did put the windmill in on the last episode. I did have to raise it because it didn't want to spawn the pallets. As you've seen on this video, it does spawn the pallets, but I have, like the fabric, I've had to raise it. I had to raise it 0.5 of the height, basically, in the XML. So yeah, I was kind of just more letting you know that I had to raise it. What it is the productions, when you put them in, spawn like to the ground, but because there's like a placeable like sheet of concrete on top, which you can sell, people have said, you know, why don't you sell it? The reason I don't sell it, guys, is because it makes the farm look very, very bare, and I have sold it in a new save, and I genuinely don't like it. Right, that is. I'm getting a little concerned actually with just how much slurry this field is starting to take, but I won't be worrying the minute we actually come to plant something in this field and I don't have to spend a lot of money on fertilizer. I was originally going to be like, oh, we can do fertilizing contracts only using ours, but the money this is going to save us is unreal. But I might still do some fertilising contract with the slurry, just because at the end of the day, slurry's free, we'll make more money from the contracts. Especially now this tanker's bought and paid for. I didn't think I'd get 2 rows done to that. And as you can see, guys, it is December, and here comes the snow. I don't think you should be slurrying in the snow, but you know, it is a game, so we can get away with that. Yeah, we are going to run out partway up this one. I'm hoping maybe 1.5 tankers, and we should be about done. I've done 2.5 rows. I'm going to try and stick to those tracks there. Ooh. Okay, my tractor is not handling very well now. Yeah, I was planning on maybe putting this back into another time lapse, but you know what? I'm enjoying doing some IRL time slurry. Yeah, this would be perfect for our carrots, parsnips, sugar beets. This would be perfect. The problem is we need to start putting stuff in the ground that goes in our windmill. And I don't think we can put sugar in our windmill or carrots. I'm wondering if it's worth making a new adjustment to the mod and putting carrot soup into it. Right, we have used over half of our slurry. Now, we have done 2 big fields. I'm not going to lie, the grass field doesn't look that big, but it does take a while to get through it. And, well, look at our field down here on the end. So, the slurry's free, but it's not costing us anything, so it doesn't matter if we use it all, to be fair, and we don't end up covering the whole field. It wouldn't really matter too much. But it is nice just to be, right now, just getting something on these grounds. Like I said, the winter months, we struggle to do any work in winter because of, well, the weather. And the fact that there's no crops need planting around. It's the downside to playing with the seasons kind of turned on. You do lose that ability to have stuff to do in winter. But this gives us something to do now. Ploughing, fertilising, well, or in this case slurrying. So yeah, winter is now going to give us some work, and the bigger the farm gets, the more we'll have to do, and the farm is now going to grow. I'm telling you now, the farm is going to grow at a very good rate now. Like I say, it's been a little bit of a slow start, you know, we are technically into year 3, but at the end of the day, we started with small equipment and we've worked our way up. We've only had one thing on finance, which was the Ford. Other than that, yeah, everything has been earned from the farm. Start small, get bigger. Yeah, I do want to have a slide down to the dairy at some point. That's 1.5 rows done. This is looking very good. Yeah, I didn't think we'd need another tanker actually. I thought this one might have just covered it, but it really isn't. We are going to have to get a little bit more. I've got another field on the farm to do anyway, so it's not the end of the world. You know that little micro field we've got right next to the entry to our farm? That needs a bit of slurry down as well, so it's not the end of the world. Yep, I'm going to run out any minute now. But look at that. We had enough slurry to do 2 fields, and we've still got about 30-ish thousand litres in as it is now. Yeah, the slurry doesn't go far, does it? It really doesn't. My biggest problem with the slurrying has always been going backwards and forwards to top up the tank. That's why I've always kind of gone for a slightly bigger tank. Like, I can't remember the brand of it, but you know the silver, like the galvanised tanks with the blue paint. I've always kind of gone for those ones because, you know, at the end of the day, they are a bigger tanker and a wider nozzle, so you kind of get the job done a bit quicker. It's not about doing the job quicker, it's just, you know, you also fit more in a tank, so... Yeah, it's this driving backwards and forwards. I would never have slurried if we'd have had the fields away from the farm. That's for sure. And this will definitely fill this. Our contract is not going to get finished either before the end of this episode, by the look of it. We do need to move that fabric though. It is out. It is out in the snow. Again, it doesn't really matter. It's just more. Yeah. We need to be getting a skid steer, guys. We need a skid steer. But we do need to be trying to save up now. A skid steer on the farm, like we have no problem with the front loader. The front loader works really, really well. It's just a little bit big to be getting like the odd pallet here, the odd pallet there. Like if I'm going to put pallets into storage now, just to keep them protected. I'm doing air quotes, like you can see me. I'm going to keep them protected. So, yeah, I just think maybe a skid steer would be a little bit easier to get around the farm, especially when it comes to like the chicken eggs and stuff. We can never get the front loading tractor into that. Right, and this is going to finish this field. That is absolutely brilliant. I am loving this. These couple of tanks that I've done have taken a bit longer. I do wish I'd have gone into another time lapse now, but you know, hindsight's a wonderful thing. I didn't realise it was going to quite take so long. I can't say I've ever been diagnosed with OCD, but those white bits are really freaking annoying. Those white bits are really annoying. I can't believe I don't even need to do this, but they're just bloody annoying, to be honest. Right, there we go. So we've got 46% in here. Like I said, there is that little field just by our farm to do. But I would just like to shoot down to the dairies, just see if anything's spawned in or spawned out. Everything is still running. We do have a pallet of milk. Now, what is bottled milk worth to us right now? Bottled milk is worth 1,059 a pallet. So it's not bad. It's a long way to go to make £1,000, to be honest. And then the flour. I've forgotten what the flour price was. 40. Yeah, the flour could be sold. The flour could be sold. So let's go and sell the flour. We'll end this episode with us selling the flour. And then in the next episode in December 2, we will probably just harvest that. We'll probably just slurry up that little field up there. Depending on the snow. If it has snowed and the snow on the ground, we might as well just skip a month. We do also need to be looking at... I feel bad here because I kind of feel like we should... 81 litres in. 91% done on that contract. Yeah, we've got 2 more. Let's have a little look. There's nothing in the shop again. I'm praying for a skid steer. I suppose the question is, forklift would do, but see, that's the problem. £35,000. That's the problem. And to be honest, that one would be better. Forklift. Oh, well, here we go. No, that's technically more, but it's... Yeah, that's kind of what we could do with the telly truck, actually. Telehandlers are going to be the same issue as the front loaders. Front load... Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we've got another pallet here, guys. We've got another pallet. I'll tell you what we're going to do. support wheel has come up in the shop. That's fine. We don't need a support wheel. Now, this might just take me a quick minute or two, but we are going to... Whoa! Okay, that bounced me off. Come on. Lights fire. This tractor is mint. Absolutely brilliant. But yeah, we've got another pallet of oil. We're going to end this episode, I think, with about 25,000 pounds. The contract's worth 8. We've got another pallet of canola oil spawned. We've got 5 to 6 pallets of yeah, we've got another 5 or 6. I need to do this a little bit quicker, I'm afraid, guys, because I'm just looking at the time. So we've got that. Can go. It's all, like I say, it's all going to go around the corner. We're going to put that at the front. There definitely isn't any more in there. Got to keep an eye out for this, the flour running out though. Nah, it has already run out of barley flour. So let's just deactivate the barley that has now run out. We have got canola oil. It's got 14,000 litres to go through. But yeah, that's gonna be a while, to be honest. Let's get that into there like that. I've got a feeling I'm gonna regret this if I don't move this forward. We're kind of just procrastinating to the end of this contract, and I'm gonna sell this little bit of flour. So if we put that into there like that. Yeah, there is some updates being released and stuff, guys. There might be another update coming. I'm having issues with the wheels on the street and the wide versions, and I'm really racking my head on the issues that I'm having. At the moment, I'm unable to fix it. It is just a case of learning it though, and what to do. But yeah, it is proving to be quite annoying on the fix. Basically what's happening is the wheels need moving over, but not the tires. If you look, there's like a tiny gap just there because the wheels need moving over this way. Now the gap's the same on the inside of that one, but if I can make the wheels wider, then it looks odd on this side. But then I'll be, yeah, so I can't kind of win either way at the moment. I'm unable to move the tyre on the wheel in the XML, but it won't seem to save in GE either. So I'm, like I say, having some issues with that. But once I can figure that out, there will be an update to that coming. Someone also asked about the number plates not being so stretched. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. I've got to be honest, I can't really say I pay any attention to the number plate. Yeah, we might need to look at fixing the number plate issue as well, so it shows a normal number plate rather than just, well, that thing. I don't really know what that thing's all about, to be honest. Right, are you ready? Are you ready? The contract, let's cash the contract in first. The contract has finished. The contract has just paid us £8,500. Are you ready? Are you ready, guys? Are you ready? Boom! £28,299 in the bank. I said maybe about 25, did I? £28,000 towards our new field already, and we've still got about 13,000 litres of canola to turn into canola oil. We've probably got 3.5 pallets of wool. There's another, I don't know, no, maybe 4 pallets of wool. There's probably another 4,000 or 5,000. No, it's about £1,500 a pallet. 3. There's maybe another £6,000 in production over there as well. We've got £1,000 down at the milk. Yeah, we've got, oh my god, we're gonna start making some money now. We've got, yeah, I told you, look, so 1.5. So that's nearly worth Yeah, that's worth nearly £3,000, that. When it's at the best price. So just to give you guys an idea, we've still got a lot. Yeah, 14,000 litres of canola as well is still in here. Guys, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. I have had an absolute... Wow, 3,600 litres. 2 into 1. So... hang on, I'm just trying... I'm literally ending the episode and I'm trying to just quickly do some... We've got another pretty much 7 pallets of canola oil to come. That is absolutely amazing. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I've had an absolute blast. And until the next time, guys, see you all in the next episode. Bye for now.